Okay, another one that we have here is, what about Matthew 15:11, where Jesus seems to indicate that all foods are clean. So Matthew 15:11.
Okay. That which goes into the mouth not that which goes into the mouth defiles a man, but that which comes out of the mouth, this defiles a man. Now, by the way, if you read this in the NIV version, they put in a parenthetical statement that isn't even in the original. They said, in saying this, Jesus declared all things clean. At least that's in the Mark gospel version of that. Jesus here is not talking about eating any specific food. They're arguing about whether or not you can eat with hands that have been ceremonially washed. And so, I used to use this argument with God. I was smoking cigarettes. I came to the Lord. I was convicted. He wanted me to quit. But I said, well, Lord, it says right here, it's not what goes in your mouth that defiles you, so I can keep smoking. And God spoke to me and he said, yeah, but if what goes in your mouth affects what comes out of your mouth, then it is defiling. And Jesus isn't saying that through this they could eat anything. Notice, Christ said this here in the Gospel of Matthew. 3.5 years later, Peter has a vision. He says, Lord, I have never eaten anything common or unclean. If Jesus had been telling the apostles you can eat anything, then why was Peter still not eating anything unclean in Acts chapter 10? So this is not what Jesus is teaching, that you could eat anything.
Right, and I think the controversy in that time was eating food with unwashed hands, ceremonial washing of the hands.
Yeah,
no
specific food is mentioned.
Okay, here's another question. What do you think about this pandemic that we are going through? And do you think this might be a warning for us?
You know, Jesus does say in Matthew 24 that one of the many signs of the last days, he said there will be plagues. Pestilence is the word that Jesus uses, and this is a pestilence. It is certainly not the deadliest that we've had. I think the government is having a hard time getting people to kind of curtail certain activities because people realize that it is serious, but it's not the bubonic plague and it's not the Spanish flu kind of serious. And so it's kind of in the middle somewhere that if people are high risk and they get it, it can be very serious. And I think it is a sign. What it does, first of all, I think it shows you how quickly people are ready to surrender their freedoms because of government mandates. That helps us to visualize how quickly and easily this can happen in the future with religious laws. In the interest of the public good, you can sell almost anything. And the other thing is that there could be a much more deadly pandemic that could sweep the planet. If we got something like the Spanish flu, look at how much havoc it could wreak before a vaccine is found. Mm-hmm. Or if you get another bubonic plague or outbreaks of Ebola or cholera, and all kinds of things can cause problems. Okay. But you know what? Follow the health principles we're talking about tonight, and your odds will greatly improve.
Absolutely. Okay, here's another question. Is drinking a glass of red wine occasionally wrong?
Well, I would always wonder why my father told me to stop smoking pot when he drank martinis every night. And if your kid comes home with a little cocaine, fact is more people die from alcohol than cocaine. Or a little heroin, more people die from alcohol than heroin. So if you think, well, I'm only going to use it once a month, would you want your kid doing something that could be deadly and addictive? So, yeah, I know people just say, oh, but it's so pleasant just to get that relaxation. I used to drink wine, friends. I know how it feels. I understand. But I realize, I don't want to do anything out of love for my neighbor. I don't want to do anything that's going to make my neighbor stumble. Let me tell you a quick story. I'm looking at the clock, and I might have time. I used to pastor a church on the Indian reservation. Many people know that American Indians seem to have a greater disposition towards alcoholism. It's very serious. And it just has destroyed a lot of the culture. If my members thought that Pastor Doug was drinking one glass of wine a week, they can point to me and say, he drinks. I might be able to control it. They can't. By my example, I can ruin their lives. And so don't do anything that is going to make your brother stumble. You don't have to. So why would you want to play with something deadly? It's like Russian roulette.
Okay. Another question that we have. The Bible says Jesus turned water into wine. Why do you say that Jesus turned water into grape juice?
Yeah, well, the word there in Greek, I think it's oinos, is the exact same word for grape juice. The word grape juice did not exist. The Bible clearly talks, is it Isaiah 65, where he said, as the new wine is in the cluster, don't destroy it, for there's a blessing in it. The Bible tells us, even in the cluster, when they squeeze the clusters, they call it wine. Grape juice and wine, the words are used interchangeably. And when they first had a grape harvest and they turned it into grape juice, they'd put it into wineskins. Jesus said, you do not put new wine, that's grape juice, into old wineskins, because the fermentation in the wineskins will quickly ferment the new grape juice, and the skins expand when they ferment and they blow up, they burst. Christ makes it really clear in that statement that there was a distinction between grape juice and the fermented wine. Fresh wine, fermented wine. At the wedding, he made new wine. He made the best.
Very good. Again, we want to thank you for all of the great questions that you've sent in. We want to remind you about our free offer. It's the Amazing Health Magazine, and this is just one of our premier gifts, and it's available for free. You can download it by just texting the word healthful to the number 40544, or just go to the Revelation Now website, and you'll be able to download a digital copy of our magazine, Amazing Health Facts.
Amazing Facts offers some of the best Christian resources for all ages. We hope our products will enrich your life and your walk with the Lord. Want more energy and better health? Get inspired with Amazing Health Facts. You'll learn simple principles of abundant living for a healthier body, mind, and spirit.
Get yours today by calling 800-538-7275 or visit afbookstore.com.
I really wanted to start a new devotional habit, but life got in the way. Next thing I know, we're a month into the new year, and I'm like, what's the point of starting? Then I saw 365 amazing answers to big Bible questions. Each day is a single study, so you can start anywhere on any day and not miss a thing. They're crisp, clear, and enlightening.
Get yours today by calling 800-538-7275 or visit afbookstore.com.
Would you like to know God's plan for our broken world as revealed in Bible prophecy? Want practical, trusted solutions for your biggest challenges? Freshly updated and redesigned, Amazing Facts Bible Study Guides provide 27 Bible-based topical lessons with beautiful graphics and straightforward answers that are enlightening, encouraging, and easy to understand. Each study guide leads you step by step to real, relevant Bible answers for the most important questions in your life. How can I have better health and relationships? When and how will Jesus come again? And so much more. Don't leave the future to chance. Transform your life with truths from the Amazing Facts Bible Study Guides. Order your complete set today by visiting afbookstore.com or by calling 800-538-7275.